Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Live Show, baby. And man, after the show ended yesterday, we took so much gains out this market. I just kept winning. I couldn't stop till I finally took another 3 racks out the market towards the end of the night, and then I passed out eating off the gains, man. Fat gains for everybody. It's today Bitcoin Day. Trump talks at the Crypto Summit at 10:40. In about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we're going to see possibly some fireworks here. We're going to take a look at what's happening to Bitcoin. Right now, you can see that we have this nice big level here at 86,100 for BTC. And as we get, no, a nice choice of music there, Bobby. Way you segued that in was really impressive, man. I gotta give it to you. You're a pro. There's nobody in here. I did it by myself. So if you look at here, all right, I lost the mouse. Scary business. Okay, so here, look. 86,100 looks like our next liquidation area for Bitcoin. And then we got this big chunk at 88,009 that we hadn't seen before. That's big red, baby. That's big red. Has the other red areas... Oh, wait. Have they really... Hold up. Did they lose that chunk of liquidity down there? Oh, my God, everyone. Look. So everyone that could have been liquidated down there at 70,000, they're gone. Remember that huge chunk at 70K? Remember all that liquidity down there? It's gone. It's gone. So whoever went long there took their profits. I did, and we got it in. So whoever longed with the stop losses at 70,000, they're gone. Look at that. There's no more liquidity down there. Oh, my God, everybody. Look at this. Oh, no, there it is. I knew there was something. I was about to say, where is it? It's hiding. All right, there's still stop losses down there. 70,000, 71,009, I'm about to say, and 75.5. So there's still liquidity down there. There's people that have gone in, and they will get liquidated if we go down into that key area. But it's more hidden now than it was before. But look at that. Still a lot of people that longed. But look, the closest and reddest area now is about 89,000 for BTC. Suggests that we will liquidate those $89,000 people, right? But only time will tell for BTC, all right? But that's what we're seeing there on the liquidation map, all right? On BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP shows you where people can get liquidated. Bang, bang, bang. Trump and Saylor talking today. Had a big dump. Really? It's so strange, man. A lot of you people are weirdos. Yeah, I don't get it. You don't make any sense to me. You just don't make any sense. Anyway, let's break it down. Today I saw this head and shoulder. We dipped a little bit, but then we got back above the 1 minute 200 MA, which I opened up a long. I said to my trading group, I said, I'm long right here on this 1 minute breaking above the 200 MA, and I gave you the call right there. I aggressively long the break of this 1 minute 200 MA right now. Boom, the stop loss was at 85,279. You never would have been stopped out of that trade. It just continued to rip. And you'd still be in the trade right now getting those gains. All right? So you do you. And then I also scalped this, I scalped this twice already. I took $350 off this already, and then it came back down. I said, all right. But now we're breaking above the 5 minute 200 MA, which is a bullish sign for me to scalp. So I got $100,000 in this trade right now, and I'm up 217. And we'll see what happens. But I'm long for Bitcoin, and I'll show you why. I like the 5 minute. I like the daily above the 200 MA. And these are all big signs for me that we're going to get a continuation to the upside. So I'm excited to be alive. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to give you guys the gains. So let me get back into my Weeks account. Weeks is awesome, by the way. And I'm going to open up a Weeks. I've been turning this 4,000 to 7,000. I want to turn this 7,000 now into $14,000. That's the plan, right? So the idea is when you break above a 200 MA on the 5 minute time frame, we long that. Very simply put. And we're going to go up to the next liquidity zone with a stop beneath that deep area, right, if we can. So the long's going to take us somewhere to about 89,787. And the stop is going to be at about 85,194. And we're going to risk about, 200 for 600. That's how you grow a 7,000 to 14,000, little by little. All right. 306 for 9. Yeah, 3 for 9. 265. I like it. Make sure you double click this area. Make sure you're locked in. And we are locked and loaded right now. Getting the nice pump to the upside on that bigger trade. Make sure we're in. Now we're in on the Weeks trade. I just opened up a trade on Weeks. Weeks.com. Check them out. Go to WWEX. WWEX. Yeah. Only on Weeks. WWEX. It's a fun way to say it. Say that 7 times fast. WWEX. 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 But shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping in. We love you. We appreciate you guys. And yeah, weeks, baby, weeks. So I'm showing you what I'm doing here for Bitcoin. Let's break down the top-down analysis for you. And we're already rocking and rolling. And yesterday was a great day. Again, all you had to do today was buy when we crossed the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. I teach my students this. I see them doing 1,000 other things. All they had to do was this every single day over and over again. I don't know why they do it. I see them drawing these lines, talking about all this other. I look at my students and I'm always wondering why. Why? What are you guys doing that for? But I guess they're new. The oldies, the OGs with me just print with me. They don't fight the feeling. I'm an OG. I've been doing this for 20 years. Just get in line and do what I do and get paid. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. I'll be honest, this will sound rude, but you didn't do more back testing than me. You didn't figure out more than me. You didn't. I've been doing it for longer than you. And so I've done what you've done and then come back to this. You'd be like, no, what a pompous guy. Hey, you never know. So, hey, let's take a look here at what's happening to Bitcoin. Previous support was resistance. You know, we all got pretty dang close to it. You could say that wick was pretty nice. And everyone front-runned the support of resistance. The weekly has hidden bullish divergence. All right. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. We would like to see this bounce. We were calling this when this candle was still kind of somewhat red. So just because it's green, we did not flip. I'm just showing you these are the odds here for BTC. So this looks like we're going to get a move to the upside. This says there's a 90% chance you're going to break these two highs before you break this low. Again, there's no guarantees, but that's what the indicator says. It's not even an indicator. It's something you figure out on your own. It's something you see. Hidden bullish divergence. We pull the Fibonacci and we get that coincidental 618 golden pocket, which is not a coincidence that we wicked right there into the 618 golden pocket. So there's a good chance that, you know, we continue to make some gains here as the weekly looks pretty nice to develop into something bigger. All right. Smaller time frames aren't amazing right now. We'll see what happens with them. All right. And it still is Thursday after a Fed day, which usually, you know, it could be a sketchy day to trade. All right. But look, if we look at the trades right now, we are ripping to the upside. I'm already up another $350 on this scalp, and I might just take that. I mean, this thing just keeps printing. Up 419 now as Bitcoin continues to pump there to the upside. And then when you're using Bitcoin as collateral, the trade goes up too because Bitcoin goes up in value and you're trading in Bitcoin. You see? Now I'm up I just opened this trade. I'm up $400 in less than a few minutes. So I like this hidden bullish divergence. The 3-day chart looking beautiful too. We'd like to see this turn into a green candle. 3 white soldiers suggest that will turn green. All right. It's a known reversal pattern. 1, 2, 3 candles in a row. 9 days of pumpage. We've been doing great. You know, and then we got above the daily 200 MA. Whenever we get above the daily 200 MA, I'll open up a long with a stop below the 200 MA there, and you let it ride. All right, there's the, you know, that's it. There's nothing else you could do there. That is the trade. All right, daily 200 MA, let it ride. So that's what I did, and I'm going to let that one ride. The ton trade is actually finally booming up a little bit. It's up 43%. Remember, we made this trade yesterday live in front of you. All right, and we'll keep this trade open. We'll see where it goes. And that Solana trade that I opened too, still flat, only down $2. So those trades are looking pretty good. We'll see what happens. So I like where Bitcoin's going. I like that we're up, but we got to maintain above the 5-minute 200 MA. You know, I actually may close the scalp and get back in when the 5-minute comes back to the 21-day moving average. All right, but right now that daily looks absolutely beautiful. The 8-hour looks interesting. It's bouncing off the 200 MA, showing signs of life. And the 4-hour inside of a bullish flag, about to do damage here. Look at that. I mean, that's a bull flag on the 4-hour time frame. Looking absolutely lovely with the measured move all the way up to about 93,600. We would crack the 200 MA and get a massive push to the upside. The 1 hour is in a bull flag about to break out. So the 1 hour also is in a trade. So there's multiple trades out here. You could take the 200 MA on the daily, which I took. You could take the 1 hour time frame with the stop loss below previous support as resistance. It's a beautiful SR flip right here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We flipped it into support, right? So good chance that this turns into a bigger move to the upside for Bitcoin. BTC, baby. BTC. And I got to keep my trades here too. Okay. Up 269. So I'm bullish, man. These setups look good. Now, could we easily dump to the downside? Anything could happen. I'm open-minded. Could this be a bear? What's your bear scenario? This is somewhat of a bear flag. You get resistance here, and you end up dumping all the way to the downside. Trump says something we don't want to hear or something. We go to 68,000. I mean, I'm open-minded, but the odds are low that that's going to happen, right? It's more likely we're going to make a nice pump to the upside, so I'm long. You do whatever makes you happy, but I'm long. I think I would even take this long on BITUNIX on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour. So, look, the 1 minute's about to break out. So, look, you could scalp the 1 minute right now. That thing is about to fly. Look at that. The 1 minute looks like it's going to pump hard right now to the upside. The 1 minute looks just like the 1 hour. They look almost identical to each other, right? They're both in the same little flag. See how the 1 minute and the 1 hour were almost exact? I would trade the 1 hour time frame with a stop below the support or resistance level. And that's what I'm going to be doing too. And you can see there's going to be some heavy news today. Even the 200 MA would be nice. But the support and resistance is good enough. So the take profit's going to be somewhere. I'll go 94,577. I'll go all the way to 94.5. And the stop loss is going to be somewhere at 83,816. And boom. We're in there like swimwear. And we lose 1,000. We gain. Why no estimated P&L there? Hold on. I went too hard on that one. I think I'm already up, right? Yeah, I should be. I basically almost full ported this. What is this now? Margin is 1,600, right? It's a $52,000 trade. Well, it's ripping. So I'll move that stop loss to break even as soon as I can. Let me get that stop loss above the liquidation, number one. All right. Nice. We're flying to the upside here. Already up 87 bucks on this pumpage. And again, I went a little too hard on this trade, but hey, it's ripping. So there, we'll go up 100 bucks in a minute. Let's see if we can get this thing pumping. And Bitcoin doing damage. I'm up 647 in the other trade here too now. Just starting to get paid as the day begins. And if you show up here, I'm a trader, man. I am trading my butt off every single day. I'm showing you key strategies, ideas, ways to get paid. I got you going no matter what. Let's do this. Look, I would move the stop loss to break even there. I can't lose right there. You see that? I'd even scalp 122. I'll take small amounts on high risk. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame. Is the 1 minute pumping out of the flag? It is. I think you could take this like a 1 minute scalp with heavy action in there. I'm going to take the 100 off the table no matter what, see? And I'll go back in with a more proper trade. I was a little over risk there. All right. So there, but that's how you scalp really fast and cover. It's about just constantly winning. I did this earlier. I did the same thing, and I took 2 trades like that. So, and I'm only in the trades for like 10 seconds to a half a minute. I did that twice already today. I made 200 bucks in under 30 seconds on those trades. This trade's already up $500, but we are away from the 21-day moving average. You see? However, I am trading the daily, and I expect the daily to continue to push. But if this comes back, I can get one more small time entry. I'm being greedy about the best entry possible. All right. But like that could come back in and I could go into the daily again at like 85799. You know, my entry here was 85876. So, but wow, let this thing run, huh? Let it run, baby. Let it run. All green, baby. I love that. All green, baby. All green. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I lost all my money last week, so I can't get it anymore. I'm so sorry to hear that. You should have just traded with me, man. Join my trading group and stop losing your money. Go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. Get the education you deserve. Stop losing your money. It's so shameful. Like you just, people throwing their money away when you need that money to live, to survive, to make it. Come on now. That's not fair to yourself. That's not cool. All right. That stop loss got to be what? 84,000. All right, bang. And then we can move the stop loss to break even. The second you start nailing it, it's about covering. But that daily, when you get above that 200 MA, that daily can fly, baby. It's just about getting the proper entry on the smaller time frames with that. The 1 hour does look like it's going to complete a pump to the upside here. Look how good those stochastics look on the 1 hour time frame. Could really rip us. But I'm up pretty heavy. So I got to decide, do I take the quick profits or do I sit tight on the daily and let the daily make me 5, 6, 7, 8 grand? See, I could take 500 and then I'll end up making 8 grand, right? It's like, But again, I can easily keep taking the money too over and over again. I was just up 6, I'm now up 5. I go to the 1 minute, the 5, and take a look at what I'm seeing. You know, that looks somewhat unsustainable as it's getting flat and pushing up. I'll take the 500. I'll pay myself. Gonna be like 450 off the table right now. All right, so that's gone. And you saw me get paid again. I keep getting paid, man. I'm already up pretty nicely today. Hey, Sam, how does the BITUNIX campaign work? It only shows if you use the link. And how do you claim the progressive? Yeah, check it out. We got an awesome BITUNIX campaign work today. It's awesome. And check it out. All right. And so if you... Funny, I can't see it. So hold on, let me, I'll read it on somewhere else. I just realized I can't see it as well. My eyesight's going, guys. From years of doing this, my eyesight is just spent. Who just took gains with the lifer, baby? And we did it. But if you sign up to BITUNIX, right, of course, I'm the biggest OG in the game right now, man. All the exchanges want the lifer, man. I'm telling you, they hit me up every day, every single exchange. You got the best community in the game. We never seen a trader like you. Deposit $100 once and get $20. Deposit $50 and trade once, get $50. Deposit $1,000, trade once, get $200 in VIP for 1 month. And if you reach 100K in trading volume within a week, get $15 in future trading bonus. Reach $500,000, get $75. Reach $1 million in trading volume, get $150 and reach $5 million. And then if we get the entire group to get up to $500 million in a prize pool, it'll increase to $20,000 and a Rolex. So I want to see somebody win a Rolex. I want to see that Rolex on your wrist due to what we did here. So hey, jump on in. It may change your life. All right. That is BITUNIX, and we're running a campaign with them. So jump on in today to get those awesome opportunities and those possible gains. You know, you could trade anyway, but here you could trade and make it happen, right? So shout out to all the beautiful people here. We got 2,123 beautiful souls in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. You see me making gains. I'm using $100 grand to scalp $500 in under 5 minutes. Bang, bang, bang. And I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I'm showing you with what's going down, and you guys see the money pouring in every single day, man. It is what it is. So hey, bullish flag on the 1 hour time frame. Looks like we're going to make a nice move to the upside here for Bitcoin. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the 1 hour. Not going to stress the small time frames as much. And I don't know, it looks a little weird, but it definitely looks like it's a breakout already. We're on the 21-day moving average. That just looks healthy, that there's a good chance we would not get stopped out on the lower areas. That's the one thing about dragging and dropping with BITUNIX. You can't see, you know, here I can see exactly what I'm going to do. 90,922. Stop loss is going to be at about 84,551 or 84,554. I want to be exact on that. And I'm going to do 250 for $700, right? And there you go. This is a $2,000 account. I'd like to grow this up again. I grew it a few times too and taking money out, but I'd like to grow this one up to 8,000, right? So all these little, you know, it's fun. I keep all these little, it's like games. I have all these little compartmental games that I'm playing at all times, and it's, I don't know, it's fun. And the key is to keep each balance going up. Up. All right. So I like weeks. I use BITUNIX and I use MEXC. MEXC has the least amount of fees of anyone. They're banging on them, but you know, I still really like weeks because of the usage. I like the security, and I like their customer service too. You know, Andy over there, he's been on the show 2 or 3 times. We're flying to Dubai with weeks. We're going to hang out with them. It's going to be a blast. So we're solidifying that today. It's pretty awesome. So, you know, they're literally flying me to Dubai. I mean, it's pretty awesome. I'm going to be doing live trading from the booth in Dubai at Token 2049. So follow your dreams. Look, it's taking me around the world. I'm traveling around the world with my skills that I learned with trading, right? And I'm working with businesses. I'm doing different things. And so, hey, you know, go after your dreams. You never know what could happen if you go after your dreams, right? So I like this trade here on weeks too as well. Or on MEXC as well, sorry. A nice scalp. Not the USD pair. I feel like I could go back in for the OG. Right? Hold on. I'm going to scalp on weeks. Hold on, right here. I'm going to scalp on weeks. You got to remember that daily is just in my mind, man. Just. And that 1 hour looks really nice. Okay, so let me go back to weeks. I'm doing a lot right now. I get it. Shout out to everyone who's been making gains with me. The trading group has been awesome. The testimonials have been unbelievable. Everyone has been like, yeah, it's just been awesome. All right, so we made the trade on weeks. We made this trade already, so we're ready to go. All right. And BITUNIX, we made the trade too as well. All right, and we're covered there on MEXC. So, okay, ready to rock. I like what we're doing. Let's get back into the top-down analysis. So you saw me just pay myself. I'm not afraid to pay the trader. You got to pay the trader. All right? Very important that we're paying the trader, everybody. Does that do the white thing now? Yeah. Very important that we're paying the trader every time we're out here. All right? The trader gets abused up and down. You got your eyesight, lights, cameras, action. Pay the trader. You know, you're sitting here in front of your computer screens, burning your eyes out. Pay the trader. Understand? Yeah. It's important that we pay the trader. You go through a lot to get where you're at. You got to pay the trader. Again, use stop losses too. It may not go exactly as we planned. Nothing is guaranteed. Look, that's a head and shoulder pattern that looks like it's going to dump. Right? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. That looks like it's going to dump a bit. Huh. Let's see, 7 minute. Yeah, I mean, you're really far away from the 21-day moving average on the 7-minute time frame. So you know you're coming back. You know, again, you're away from the, you know, you don't want to lose the 200 MA here on the 5-minute time frame. You want to gain the 21 and not lose the 200 MA. That's how you know you're bullish. See, this is my signal right here coming in. Like, that is my exact strategy, right? That's one of my models. Can we maintain a flag? So if this flag can maintain and the 21 can cross the 200 MA, then we're good to go. Like, there's a 90% chance this will continue. We lose the 200 MA, we start philandering, we lose this point of control, then we're not good to go. And it's not so sweet. All right. So just based on my model of the 5-minute time frame, I'm going to figure out what likely is going to happen. So let's break it down again, just so, because you might be a little confused at the beginning here. So the weekly looks good. The daily looks good. Everything is looking great. The 4-hour looks like it's going to pump. Look at this flag pushing to the upside. We have Bitcoin Summit coming. Trump speaks in 4 minutes. Could I get a link to that, Jamie or Sean? Could I get a link to that? It's probably going to be on Associated Press or something. Oh. First and foremost, today's video is sponsored by Impact. More on that later. Now, there are a bunch of YouTubers that have bought cars in Impact. Sorry. I was watching car videos about Bugattis. Right? All right. People buying all these cars and such. And then I look, I'm like, who are these guys buying Bugattis? These traders buying Bugattis out here, right? And remember, we have a BITUNIX campaign. Jump on into BITUNIX today. The link is in the pinned comment. All right? The link should be in the pinned comment. It is. It's right there. We make it very simple and easy. Go to cryptolifer.com to join the trading group to get all the signals and ideas and stuff that I'm putting out. I don't even call it a signals group, but I have put out perfect trades for Bitcoin in the last 5 or 6 days. If you took every one of my trades, you'd be in the game. So it's up to you. All right. Shout out to Master Friend. Shout out to Adrian Shidelovsky. Shout out to the #1 crypto talks our meetings have done. Even crypto. Yeah, whatever. Sam is the type of guy to sit on the toilet with the lid up and call it sport mode. So strange. I longed and then I shorted. Then I longed and then shorted. And now I'm long again. Interesting. FTM. Don't let Trump near crypto. You guys are funny, man. Anyway, anything could happen. Get ready. You demand. I know. Shout out to Bebo. We love you, man. We love you. And shout out to everyone that saw my bullish. You know, I mean, that's a bullish uptrend too. That's trend analysis. Like, we're, you know, until we break that trend, we're in an uptrend. That's a clearly defined uptrend. Say I'm lying, right? Say I'm lying. And we're getting steam, man. St. John's, baby, plays today, 9:45 p.m. against Omaha. All right, in the first round of the NCAA tournament. First time in 5 or 6 years, and then the second time, I think, in 20 years. St. John's Red Storm, baby. See my bracket, see what I got going on, see what's happening. All right, check it out. And you can also, I made a league, and I thought everyone could join my league. I made a league in the bracket challenge, and now I don't see how people can join the league. I don't even know where I can find the league now that I made. Like, I should be able to... I thought there was a league that you guys we all join, and it could be like the Lifer. I called it the Lifer Legion. Anyway, I don't know how it worked. I got duped or something. Anyway, I mean, it is time to purchase Tesla, right? Look at this. Traded our Tesla for wow, man. Dude, it's so weird, man. You know, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Look at this. Look at this. Michael changing it up. Michael still likes to wear his demand clothes that he had back in the you know what I mean? What? He feels more comfortable wearing the clammy. That's how we used to dress. He feels more comfortable that way. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So Trump should be speaking about now. I'm going to see if I can conjure this up here and get it going and see what's happening. All right. I'm going to get there. We're going to get there. So Bitcoin doing damage at 86,300. All right. About to do damage. And, you know, I showed you all my trades. I don't know what else I could say. Right. But I showed you all my trades, and we'll see where they go. All right. We'll see what happens here for BTC. We got weeks. We got BITUNIX. We got it all ripping. And I want to see that 1 hour breakout. Look at the stochastics. Let's see what they can do. And let me figure out if I can get this Trump thing going on over here. Okay. UN Security Council meeting. Internet Committee elects a new president. No. White House press briefing. No. I definitely thought Trump was going to speak today at 10. I have it here in the Forex Factory, right? Thursday. President Trump speaks right there at 10:40. It is 10:40 on the dot. So, but he's usually late, right? Let me see in my DMs if my team said anything. Do we have any way to find out how I can get this up and running over here? Sean, Jamie, do we have it? 3 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, it's a pre-recorded message. Okay. Show before. Yeah. 86,100 for Bitcoin. All right. So we went over the bullish scenario. Let's look over the bearish scenario. Let's see if there's something we haven't looked at that could blindside us. All right. I always like to, go against the grain here. So I'll be honest, we broke a support resistance flip. I mean, that's a key level. We had bounce. Once we had lost 84,500, that was kind of a stressful area to be below. We got it. We had to get back above that to remain bullish. We did do that, right? So I'll be honest, unless we go below, I'm a bull unless we go below 84,800. Once we go below 84,800, fine, I'm back. Remember, I bought that whole Bitcoin at 84,000, right? I'm up now already on that buy. And when I buy a whole Bitcoin, I'm telling everybody, my subconscious mind has told you that's the bottom. I don't like to open my mouth and call it the bottoms because we all know anything is possible, but I like to take action. So when I buy the bottom, that tells you that I believe the bottom is in and we're ready to go. So when I buy the bottom, it is what it is. I can't hide it. Instead of like running my mouth like everybody else, I just do. I say, listen, that's the bottom I'm in. I'm all in. And you got to take it from there. Shout out to the 2,500 beautiful souls here on the live. 455 likes. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. It's live now. Yeah, okay. Thank you. We'll get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Crypto Summit. Hold on, I see him talking. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the right one, though. Okay. Near synchronous disposability. Yeah. They're talking facts. They're talking math.
This idea of taking this zero-knowledge proof technology that we developed.
So they bring down the music here.
To the Ethereum protocol and enabling lots of different Ethereum machines to stay in sync and be essentially native rollups. That's one major set of research initiatives, and the other piece is just related to that, basically to beef up layer one because it needs to handle.
Give me 1 second. I got to go.
The world's transactions.
A lot of users. Robbie, what's on your wish list for it?
Well, I feel like, you just asked for insights on the game of football, and he's Tom Brady, and I'm the ball boy. So I won't try to compete with that answer, but I'll just say maybe very practically from an asset management perspective, one of the things in the roadmap that will help, particularly as we were talking about staking and how you make those work in ETFs, having XQs ultimately come down and be more predictable will really help in that way.
Yeah, so in having institutions like BlackRock serve as a forcing function for our ecosystem, for our technology, for our different research teams is wonderful. So we do a lot of thinking about things that they care about. XQ is one of them. Balances, max effective balances, reducing the number of validators, reducing the number of the amount of bandwidth necessary in these peer-to-peer systems. If we're looking at the ETFs and wanting to add yield, one of the major dangers of staking is that you could be slashed, and that's the way it's supposed to work. But if we can do things to evolve the protocol or just evolve how the ecosystem works.
I'm trying to find a good look of it. You know what I mean? This old streamer, no, I don't believe so. That looked live. Yeah, that looks live. I don't think that's, but I could be wrong. I don't think so though. Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, let's get back to brass tacks here. But I wanted to bring you what was happening here with Trump and see if we kind of see if it's going to move the needle here a little bit or what he's going to say. But when I put Trump live, I'm asking my team if my team could have this up and running for me. Let's see here. Is this it on X? Yeah, that should be it right there. Yeah, that's the Digital Asset Summit.
Ethereum in the narrative lately is very overdone. There's a lot to be optimistic about. Joe's obviously characterized that very eloquently. When you look at our experience, take BitL as an example, there was no question that the blockchain that we would start with our tokenization on would be Ethereum, right? And that's not just a BlackRock thing. That's really anybody who would enter this space. That's the natural default answer, right? That's really important.
It looks like this is going to be a boring, long talk that it's just not worth it at the moment. Let's see here. If Trump starts to talk, I will be all over it. But right now, I don't see anything too crazy at the present moment in time, right? It's just them talking here on Twitter. All right, I'll have this up and running for us, but nothing too crazy, obviously. Okay, I need to leave by next year. Let's go, Sammy. You're the GOAT. God bless you, man. You could do whatever you put your mind to. All right. Nakamoto Games 10. I like AI tech. I think AI tech could do some damage. I still hold my AI tech, and I still believe in AI tech, right? So look at this pump here on the 1 hour time frame, looking like it can do damage. I am long on the 1 hour. Really not much else to say here when it comes to BTC. Want to see if we get some extra information out of this, But right now it's kind of flat, right? But yeah, we'll see. 86,274 for Bitcoin. You already see me just took some gains live on the channel too. So best TA for TA and mental training. God bless you. Thank you. Amen. Yeah. It's probably a bunch of if nothing anyways. We just stick to the charts. Amen. Amen. So let's get back to brass tacks here and see what's happening in the markets for the day. If there's anything kind of leading the charge here in cryptocurrency. Top gainers of the day, ton coin. And I gave you ton. I'm actually in a long right now in ton. I talked about staking Atom on these low areas. I really think it's a great idea to stake Atom right now as you're getting 13% APY, and it's the lowest I've ever seen it. I think a lot of people decided that was a good idea and took advantage of that DeFi. That's why it's up 21%, because it pays the most to get in at the very, very bottom on the lows. Even Trump coin bouncing off 10 up back to 1150, and 5% on Floki. Cardano even back to 74 cents, and seeing some movement in these markets. Ondo back to 87. I think it'll flip $1 before you know it. Sonic will flip 75 before you know it, and Injective will flip 12 before you know it. Say is another one of my, I own Say. I own Render. I think Render's a great buy right now. I think Near Protocol is a great buy right now. I believe Jasmine's a great buy right now. Fetch is a great buy right now as it's ASI really, right? But man, and I believe Bitcoin is a great buy right now. But whatever makes you happy, I am not a financial advisor. Another guy saying you should be taking his financial advice. And this TUT, you see BNB and TUT. Let's talk about TUT, and let's kind of break it down. Cake is becoming the biggest, decentralized chain in the game. I've always liked BNB, and I liked BNB when it was hot. Look, we put this out for you guys just the other day that TUT would break out, and it did. It went up 154% gains for TUT. Shout out to anyone who took this. We gave it to you live on the channel for TUT. It's actually still holding, I think, about 60%. Yeah, 54% gains. So you can't even hate on that, even if you didn't find, you didn't sell yet. TUT's still doing damage. It's called Tutoring, and it's on PancakeSwap. And PancakeSwap's starting to really take names and kick butt. And let's talk about Cake and show you what's happening to Cake here. So there's money to be made in this market. The ecosystems are budding. And man, I've been in Cake for a long, long time. I still stake Cake on PancakeSwap. I still hold Cake, which is crazy. I got into Cake at 60 cents. It never revisited that low, ever, from the last bear market. It was 60 cents. It went all the way to $44. It would crash to about $1.20, but never to 60 cents from where we first kind of started. Back here in February of 2021, I always remember Cake, man. Cake put me on the map. My Cake video got huge, 60,000 views. I think it's still one of my most watched videos, which is crazy, right? Cake, baby, Cake. So Cake's above the daily 200 MA, which is a known bullish move for any asset in the world. And then the 4 hours showing signs of possibly making some type of flag too as well. So if Cake can kind of consolidate here and get tight, I don't see how Cake can continue. With the TVL ripping, BNB getting bigger and bigger, and then just really taking over. And I've always liked Cake. I always believed that BNB was going to win. I really did, man. I've always been a Cake guy. Look, and I have the data to back it up here. I posted to my trading group. I just want to go over the numbers for you for a split second, because it's a big deal. You want to see how fast the shift is happening. If you can kind of get a handle on it quicker than normal, then you can basically take advantage of this market, right? I don't know. It's fine. Now I can't see where I posted the news. Should have been in the Lifer ideas, and now I don't see it there. I know I posted it, but Cake is just ripping. Man, what a day though, huh? Yesterday was crazy. This morning has been good. The money has been flowing right and raw. And you just, look, that's a bit of a shoulder, head, right shoulder getting tight inside there, right like rain. Get tight like there, get the bounce, and boom, all the way back up to about, 370 for Cake. So Cake is interesting to me. I like what I'm seeing here for Cake. And look what happened there on that title. That title seemed to really rip, Jamie. 2,400 people on the live, man. 557 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watches. 1111 on the view duration. 1111 is a special number, and I got that on the view duration. That's crazy. 1111. What are the odds of that? That's the angel number, man. They're watching me. Shout out to my mom and dad who have passed away, but they're there with me. I'm an orphan, man. I got no mom and dad. I'm out here on my own. Sam Price is the truth, the king of the charts, the confluence king, the wizard of the waves, the god, the ghost in the candles, the charting legend, the pulse of the beat, the bounce at the 786, the lion of the chart. Shout out to Ricardo Arcia. I love you, man. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at Cardano. Which, whenever there's like White House talk, Cardano gets bullish because, Charles is up in that White House hanging out with the Trumpies doing his thing. You know what I mean? So I love when my investment is hanging out with the Trumps, right? So Cardano, I see this flag breaking out on the daily time frame. Only a matter of time as it's above the 200 MA. This is a beautiful thing. Enter right here, stop loss below that wick. And unless we get a black swan or something crazy, I see Cardano about to do damage, take names and kick butt, get back to 190. And this pump could happen a lot quicker than people realize. You get regulation. We have one bank kind of stutter step, and next thing you know, everyone is back into crypto faster than fast. The DXY stuttering as well, and showing that there's just no better place to be financially but in cryptocurrency. You know, like you can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. How about that S&P call for the bottom? Did I nail it? Let's take a look at the S&P here. Everyone said we were going lower. Everyone said it was bear market times. I said we were probably going to bounce. And look what we did. We bounced like a freaking bunny, baby. For the last 6 days, we have bounced right off my key head and shoulder pattern that I put out. Nobody else put this pattern out. Nobody else called the bottom on the S&P. I didn't see it. And I told you not to live in fear. The money was going to get printed and that we were going to get that bounce on the S&P. Imagine that. Imagine that. And dude, I'm saying, if you go through my posts on Twitter, I was posting this when no one else gave a dang. And honestly, it's a big deal because the S&P runs the entire world. Like most people aren't, less people aren't crypto. But look at this. Not one trader had the guts to call this bottom on the S&P. I've been telling you the money print to go brrr. Bitcoin, hey, Peter Schiff, how them apples, right? Like he's saying that the Bitcoin ain't going to bounce. This aged well, right? This aged well. So I'm telling you, man, my probabilities are key. This bounce on the S&P is a big deal. We'll take a look at the NASDAQ too as well. Did Sammy call it yet again? That's why you got to watch my macro technical analysis videos every single week. Bang, look at me calling the bottoms here on the S&P and the NASDAQ, showing you inverted head and shoulders before they even begin to form. Absolutely nailing it. And let's see what happens, right? It could get rejected here, but the likelihood that this continues, that we go sideways and then they print this money. And when they print this money, we gotta go up. This tells me Tesla is likely a beautiful buy right now off of this bounce of the S&P. This is all crazy. People selling their Tesla stock and acting crazy. The guy is saving you money and putting out electric cars. Like, you know what it is? It's like, see that guy, there was a guy, he went to the gym, he saw a Tesla, he keyed it. The Tesla has cameras all around it. So the guy had the cameras and they persecuted the guy. Imagine being that stupid. See, that's how many people don't have discipline and focus. See, I'm focused on 100,000 subscribers. I'm not focused on going to key or hurt a Tesla. Number one, that's someone else's property, right? Like dealerships aren't owned all by Tesla. Like I might own a dealership and I might buy 50 Teslas. And then you're going to go mark the Teslas up. I have wife and kids. I'm running an independent dealership. When you mark up a Tesla, when you burn a Tesla, like you're not hurting Elon Musk. The guy has insurance claims on that. Like, he's just going to get paid. All you're doing is wasting municipal tax dollars because now we have to hunt you down and lock you up. These people who are doing this don't make any sense. It's like they obviously don't have any hustle. I love watching that guy. He keys the car. Now because he's a fool, man. What a fool, right? Look at this guy. Sends $100 super chat. Danny Lit Show. God bless you. Sammy Cup and Handy. See you at the trading course next Saturday. God bless you. Thank you so much. I will see you next Saturday. I teach class every single Saturday, everybody. Next Saturday, I will be teaching class the 29th of March. But jump on in. It's $150. People are charging $2 to $3 grand for what I teach in that class. It'll blow your mind. Also, I would love to see you get into Bitcoin Las Vegas and use my QR code. The price goes up every Friday. Jump on in. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So I want to see you at Bitcoin Las Vegas. If you're not there, I'm going to be a little annoyed. You better be there. I want to see all the lifers hanging out together doing damage. All right. Shows how weak and easily misled these people are. Yeah, exactly. So that guy goes to the gym where you should be working out. He keys a car because of something he read on YouTube or something. And then he's going to go and have to pay fines. And what a moron. Like, get your focus and your discipline. Today was about focus and discipline with the Jim Rohn video. We talked about 98% of people aren't willing to go all the way. You know what I mean? So, and 98% of people aren't going to achieve their dreams. They're not going to go after what they want in life. And they're going to live a subpar existence. They're not going to become amazing. They're not going to become multimillionaires and billionaires, change the world, and create innovative, products that are going to change the way people live. They're going to sulk. They're going to, just, and I don't want to talk about it. I like to talk about positivity, but hey, 98% of the people aren't going to do it. You got to be in the top 1%, top 2% of people that want to grind. It's not about the money. It's about, can you grind? Do you want it bad enough? So the S&P bounces, Tesla bounces, right? And this is all just kind of strange fought on Tesla, really. It's a great company. The move and trajectory was great. Again, they could fought it some more, but I see a bounce coming here and getting tight inside the channel. Maybe it gets all the way back to $849. This thing is bottomed like I never seen. My God. Anyway, a guy drew, and her now, it's a hate crime now. Exactly, right? See? Isn't that funny? Yeah, like there's people of all walks of life, man. These people are insane. All right? These people are absolutely insane. So Bitcoin kind of floundering here at 86,000, not getting any love at the present moment in time. Just flat, right? But that's okay. I'm looking at that 1 hour. It might even make a shoulder, a head, and some type of right shoulder. Like, we might get this elongated flag here, something like this before we pump, which would be pretty nice. Before we get to the bigger move to the upside. All right. Okay. What do you think about WIF, USDT? I don't think about it much. I own a little bit of it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't really think about it at all. Yeah. I love when people do that. They ask me what I think about something. I tell them, I don't know. I don't think about it at all. I answer their question. All right. So I got the Digital Asset Summit here. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. I got him right here. I got him. Hold on. I got it for you guys. It's a pre-recorded message. Here he comes, all right? Here he comes.
This is the first time in history that a sitting president has addressed a crypto conference. I know everyone has their phones out, but please give a massive round of applause and help me welcome.
I'm going to shrink myself.
The President of the United States.
I'm not more important than the President. I'll tell you that right now.
At the Blockworks Digital Assets
I know my role.
Summit.
Yes, sir.
It's an honor to speak with you about how the United States is going to dominate crypto and the next generation
he almost has my blue on today.
Technologies. And it's not going to be easy, but we're way ahead. Just 2 weeks ago, we hosted the first ever White House Digital Asset Summit, bringing together many of the world's top leaders in crypto for a conversation led by our White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, who's a fantastic and very brilliant guy. That same week, I signed an order creating the brand new strategic Bitcoin reserve and a U.S. digital asset stockpile, which will allow the federal government to maximize the value of its holdings instead of foolishly selling them for a fraction of their long-term value, which is exactly what Biden did. He got a fraction of their value. We're ending the last administration's regulatory war on crypto and Bitcoin, and that includes stopping the lawless Operation Choke Point 2.0. Operation Choke Point went beyond regulation, and I mean far beyond. It was a form of lawfare through government weaponization. Frankly, it was a disgrace. But as of January 20th, 2025, all of that is over. I've also called on Congress to pass landmark legislation creating simple, common sense rules
dumping the
for
second he talks,
and
it's
market
dumping.
structure. With the right legal framework, institutions large and small will be liberated to invest, innovate, and take part in one of the most exciting technological revolutions in modern history. It's so big, it's, I think, as big as you can get. Pioneers like you will be able to improve our banking and payment system and promote greater privacy, safety, security, and wealth for American consumers and businesses alike. You will unleash an explosion of economic growth, and with the dollar-backed stablecoins, you'll help expand the dominance of the U.S. dollar. And many, many years to come, it'll be at the top, and that's where we want to keep it.
This is crazy, man.
We only want to keep it at the top.
Never trade news.
Always. I can already see that the energy and passion of the crypto community is the kind of spirit that built our country, and it is exciting to watch as you invent the future of finance. And right here, it's going to be right here in the USA, the good old USA. Together we will make America the undisputed Bitcoin superpower and the crypto capital of the world. Thank you.
How does that
Good
know?
luck. God bless America.
So that's it. That's it. That's it, right? Everyone waited on that nothing burger, but we got it, right? We got it. And it turned into to be nothing. And Bitcoin tanked. Like, look at the second he opened his mouth, Bitcoin dumped. It's like, I really think there's someone holding a stockpile, like some of the old regime. I don't know what's going on. Like, there's something strange going on, right? It's just weird, man. I don't expect him to talk and for it to bounce, but I just also don't expect my TA to get rocked. That looked bullish. Like, we had bullish TA today. Like, it was looking great. Again, as long as we stay above this key level, we're good to go. Don't get too stressed by the small price action right now. You know, could actually just create a nice little movement. But the second he opened his mouth, we had a major dump. Like, kind of crazy, right? He's got to mention the 1 million Bitcoin purchase over he dump. Yeah, why would he mention that? You know, talk about the strategic reserve. There's just, he doesn't good. You know what it is the crypto community is very precise and waiting on certain keywords and ideas, and he doesn't say them. And every time he talks, he pisses off the crypto group because they're always like, no, like you're supposed to say this, you know? So yeah, and there you go, man. Another like just a dump. So that would have taken my trades down, right? So my trade should be down now, 113. Yep. And this trade's down $200, right? So I don't win every single trade, but I don't get buried. All right. Look, he almost stopped me out right there. I can't believe I didn't get stopped out. I got wicked right to that level. And there's a chance I get taken out there on that game. I don't know. I was that close to the stop loss. Was I scalping a smaller time frame? I'm trying to figure out why I was that close. Because I should be like near the 200 MA there. That's a little too close for compensation. Even below that wick might be a better look right there, right? At least. Anyway, so I was bullish. And again, Thursdays, not my favorite days to trade. I usually leave Thursdays alone. So if I went by my rules, it would be to not trade Thursday at all. But I like this flag of the 1 hour time frame. It was looking good. Looked like we could get a bit of a bounce to the upside. Let's get that music back up and running. Sorry about that. Man, he opens his mouth. Literally, you guys weren't kidding. He opened his mouth and we dumped immediately. Like, what the heck? So crazy. Maybe they're just positioning themselves for a good buy, taking out the stops on the 100x leverage areas there. And we'll get back to brass tacks. I still believe we're going to be pumping into today later on. Maybe 4 or 5 hours from now, we consolidate into a pump. You're on the 21. You got low stochastics, and you're above a previous supported resistance. Just take what you got, all right? And Bitcoin getting that bounce already back to 85.5. Second he opened his mouth, man. So crazy. Scared everybody so they would open shorts. Now they squeeze. I don't know, man. You guys all think you know what's going to happen. I don't talk like you. It's funny. I know people that have traded less than me, and they talk like they know what's going to happen all the time. I've been trading this market for years. I talk like I have no idea because the markets have taught me that I have no clue. You know what I'm saying? Let it wiggle, baby. Let it wiggle. This says we could get stops all the way to 85,000. So now you got big red at 85K. But we really want to get back to 89 and flush out those shorts up there to the upside, right? Join the 99 and find out more. All right. Go to cryptolifer.com. Okay, your president opened his mouth, right? Let's see what happens. I still see a pump here coming for Bitcoin. Again, this is the 1 hour time frame. It's going to, I expect this to take, I don't know, anywhere between 5 and 10 hours to pump. So honestly, there was a nice pump already on a scalp back to the top side here for Bitcoin. All right. Did that not look like a deep fake to anyone else? We're so happy to see you support Bitcoin, right? 87K should be the target. Yeah. Now Bitcoin getting that bounce back up to 85,700. Look at the smaller time frames. You got to get back above the 200 MA on this 5-minute time frame to remain bullish. That's a key idea. And then just kind of go nice and sideways here for the next, 2 to 3 hours would be absolutely lovely for BTC. So I'm long. I'm still long. I didn't get stopped out, as you can clearly see. It got very close, but I am still in the trade. And we will go from there. All right. I'm long on BITUNIX. I'm long on MEXC. All right. Bang. Shout out to the 2,600 beautiful souls here on the live. 707 likes, $78 in chat revenue. Let's go over the fan funding and see what's happening. One of our biggest streams ever on the channel. And you know, when you push forward, when you have a goal, when you have a dream, every day you have a milestone you get to celebrate. So shout out to the $100 Canadian from Danny Licho. Sandy, come in handy. See you at the trading course next Saturday. So he gives $100 and he joins the trading group. I mean, God bless you, man. You're supporting my wife and kids. That's a very nice thing to do. May God bless you. Someone said Cerebro is ripping. Let's take a look at Cerebro. An oldie but goodie. Wow, that thing went all the way back to $40 million market cap. Look at that. I don't know, ripping? That's a rip to you? I guess, yeah, I guess it is ripping. I mean, nice little pump up to the upside there. And it did go from 2 cents to 2 cents. So it's almost up 100%. I get it. But nothing to write home about. If you believe in the project, maybe. I don't. It's like, nah, right? Let's take a look at that DXY. I want to see what's happening to the dollar index. Continue in that bear flag. Yikes, it's getting a little bit of a bump. It crosses that 200 on the 3-day chart. We might actually get some type of reversal here. Again, the DXY could pump with Bitcoin. They've done it together, but I definitely want to watch that closely. And we'll do our macro analysis tomorrow. Bitcoin dominance last night looked like it was going to give a little bit back to the altcoins, but then it got ferocious. I see Bitcoin about to go on a massive tear. So Bitcoin dominance looks like it's about to rip, which tells me that Bitcoin is about to rip. So you do whatever makes you happy. I bought that whole Bitcoin. I bought a whole Bitcoin at 85,000, everybody. Why am I so small, right? Hey, I bought a whole Bitcoin down at 8. What if my voice shrunk? What if I was always this small on the channel? You're like, little small Sammy. He was such a nice little guy. Hey, I'm back to big again. I ate the right mushroom. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Yeah, that's where I go right there. I'm like, where do I go? I know there's a place for me. There's always a place for me. It got stopped on that dump and respect that reopened at the bottom. I believe in your analysis. Me too. It looks like we're ready to rock. 85.8. I like the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour looks great, and you're above support and resistance. So I'm just taking it. And the key thing is, if we lose 85.750, then it's over. It's not going to happen. That's fine. Let it wiggle, baby. Let it wiggle. Let it wiggle. Ton pumping still up 48% of the trade. Not bad. We opened that trade live. Live, baby, live. You know what trade is coin is on my mind for some reason is DAI1. Remember Dione? Whatever happened to Dione? DAI1 protocol, Dione. All the way down to the dumps, but it did revisit its previous lows here and not the low. See, we were getting to these coins down here. So like, technically, if you've been with me for a long time, you're still up on certain buys. And shout out to everybody here on this beautiful Thursday. Thank you for jumping in. It looks like the time, finally, people figured out that my time is back on. It only took about a week, right? This thing may do damage here from this bottom. I don't own any of this coin, so it doesn't matter to me. But DAI1, we used to trade it a lot. Definitely on my radar a little bit there. Bro, check out Naka's Super and PBX. I love Naka. I still hold my Naka. And gaming will come. Think about it. Gaming, kids love the game. That's not going away. Gaming hasn't gone away. And blockchain makes gaming faster, easier, and more accessible. So how is gaming and blockchain not going to blow up at one point? Fine, we may not have the narrative. We may not have been delivered the population craze yet. Like, people aren't going nuts. But to me, the silent killer, the silent sleeper here is Naka at 40 cents. Remember, it ripped all the way to 347, man. We got into Naka down here. I mean, we had ourselves a bit of a rally, and that was May of 2024. No, that was it. May of 2024 marked the top of the altcoin season. We never got another high from there, and we've been waiting ever since. Bitcoin ferociously pumping to the upside now, and it's back above the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame with the 21 touching and low stochastics. That, my friends, is a bargain for a rippage. All right, a bargain for rippage. So we might even be back in the gains. Are we here? Oh, not yet. Not yet. 30 there, but this thing looks like it's about to rip, and rip it is. So get ready, folks. I see a monster move coming here for Bitcoin. And honestly, I would even double. Oh, yeah, Weeks lets me do it twice. So look, Weeks lets you do isolated trades. So look, I would scalp the 5 minute now on Weeks. Let me show you why. Well, I like the low stochastic. So I'd put a stop loss at 85,000. This is a small scalp. 85,242. 85,201. And then the take profit's going to be somewhere, I don't know, 88,000. Our next big liquidity zone. Yeah, I'll go to 88. And this one's a small scalp. This one's just 100 for 3 because I'm scalping small time frame. And it should open 2 separate trades, technically. Right, there you go. And it will show you both trades. See here? I love this about the new Weeks idea. And you can have the scalp there, and I can have the long-term trade open on the 1 hour time frame. That looks like we're going to Moon City. And then the daily looks absolutely lovely too. Right? If you look at the daily looks good above the 200 MA for the pump to the upside. So, Sam, quick question. I deposit $1,000, trade some, and get $200 bonus. Or not like that. Yeah, that's. Let me take a look. I did believe that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Deposit 1,000, trade once, get a $200 bonus. 100%. That's exactly how it works. Exactly. And now Michael Saylor will be there too at the summit, and you're gonna hear Michael Saylor talk. We already know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, "Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the best. If you don't buy Bitcoin, then I don't know what you're doing. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin." Right? And that's really what he's gonna. That's what he's gonna do. Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin, right? I like it, man. And who is talking now?
You've told me that the tokenization can be the easy side.
That'll put us to sleep, but I'm so happy to see that going on right now. The Digital Asset Summit in New York City today. We'll be there one day, presenting, doing what we do, right? Someone says we dump long Bitcoin now. Honestly, I just wait and put my stop loss. Whatever happens, happens, right? Don't go crazy. It might have gone up and down. I got to be ready to do the Tom Crown voice. I got to be ready for it. So yeah, I'm waiting for this flag to break out. Target is 91,681. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So be it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So be it, baby. So be it. Wow, Michael Saylor sounds like Peter Griffin. No. Bitcoin getting above the 5 minute. Thoughts on SWI? I love SWI. I think SWI is a screaming buy right now on the 3-day chart. Yeah, you go to the 3-day chart. Whenever I've seen an asset like this on the 3-day, it's a screaming buy. I mean, you're down at the 618 golden pocket, a little lower at the 786. Now you're in the golden pocket. You've got compensation. Like look how oversold you are on the MACD, pushing up with the stochastics, and low on the R, the lowest the RSI's been in months, like since there. That's not a bottom for SWI. I don't know what is. So to me, this is one of the best times to be buying SWI, but you do whatever makes you happy. All right. Hey, Lois, I think that'll grow a beard. Hey, my name's Peter Griffin. That's right. Everybody, when I'm in Quahog, I watch Crypto Lifer. That's right. Hey, Lois, I think it'll grow a beard. Hey, Chris, go to your room. I'll foot up your butt. It's crazy, right? Oh, wow. So, wow. I didn't even realize how crazy of a day it was already. I already scalped like $700. Like, so nuts. I didn't even realize how much I made already this morning because of yesterday. I wasn't really that, I already scalped 700 bones. I think a little more about it. No, I already scalped $900. $200 on BITUNIX, 245 and 645, 654 technically, 654 on MEXC, right? Have you charted the dominance lately on the macro? Yes, we have. Every single week I do it. Every single week on the macro, we do that. Yeah, so, I mean, scared money don't make no money. It is Thursday, though. Not my favorite day to trade, day trade specifically. If I see a bigger move that I have to take on the daily, I'll take it. You see what I'm saying? But let's take a look here at Crypto Rank and see what's happening. And Redstone, I keep talking about it. I keep putting it out. We keep talking about it. Alvi Chain on my radar, too, as well. Smaller coin. But these are the most visited coins. Most search coins the last 7 days. Redcoin, Ondo, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Somia Network. I keep telling you to write that down. Mavia had a nice pump out of nowhere. Bear Chain holding 6. Pell Network. Bubble Maps is out there too. Bubble Maps looks interesting. Looks like Bubble Maps might be something worth taking a look at. And it's got a BNB address. So we'll go to Deck Screener here and we're going to take a look at Bubble Maps. Bubble Maps here. And again, how do you trade on PancakeSwap? Use BNB. So wow, Bubble Maps looks interesting. Went sideways, had a nice pump. Now it's making a bit of a flag too again. And that makes sense. I mean, a sideways flag, draw a Fibonacci here. And that may go continue. I don't know anything about it. I'm going to look and research what it is. We'll go to the website and the Twitter here. Bubble Maps. Take up the habit, just bubble it. Innovative visuals for blockchain data. Case studies, work with us. Premium, launch the app. Partners, testimonials, OpenSea, connect the dots between the top 50 holders of the collection by observing on-chain relations and activities. Happy whale spotting. Ready to see Bubble Maps to offer the Phantom ecosystem innovative way to platform for breaking down blockchain data. Yeah, so you can kind of see what's happening. Very similar to how we use, crypto bubbles, right? Banner bubbles and all that. Same idea, right? But didn't they just steal that other idea from the other bubble website? NTGL, the only thing up today. Look at that. In the last hour, altcoins just down except for ton and NTGL. Nothing else really to write home about today. Altcoins are not amazing. I keep saying that. I keep saying to everybody, I don't see altcoins as the answer right now. Look, I mean, there's a short squeeze brewing. It looks like for Bitcoin, looks like they're going to go after this red here all the way back up to 87,450, but only time will tell. All right. Yeah, everyone says GalX. I keep hearing about that. So let's take a look at GalX USDT. It also is on Coinbase, right? I believe. GalX. USDC on Coinbase. Doesn't look amazing. Now I'm all set, I guess. I've been trading Bitcoin leverage. That's really how I've been paying the bills, getting through these ups and downs, right? And just waiting for altcoins to find a bottom in key areas. All right. Orange Head Man already spoke. Did it drop anything bullish? 100%. Yeah. KTA, pretty pleased. Let's look at, and I looked at Kita yesterday. KETA, Kita. No USDT, right? Kita actually pumped out of this little flag. That's what you're talking about, KDA, yeah. It pumped nicely and still holding gains of about 20% gains. I put out this flag yesterday. It looked bullish to me on the 1 hour time frame. Got a nice little pump to the upside there. Kita. It's all right. Yeah. Edge Network. Please look at Ray before I lose my entire portfolio. I owe you one. I'll take a look at Radium. And why do you guys go so hard, man? I'm so happy I don't do what a lot of you people do. You guys are in heavy risk all the time. You never take a day off. You overtrade. I don't know. You abuse your minds, guys. You got to give yourself a rest every once in a while. I work and work and work, but some days I don't trade. It's rare, but there is a, I traded every day this entire month, though. There wasn't 1 month I took a day off. All right. Okay, so, Radium is below the 200 MA on that 3-day chart. It's got to get back above it. Likely that it did hit that bottom, though. I mean, it's the lowest I've ever seen. Let's look at your daily. Yeah, your daily's got to get back above. Let's take a look at your 1 hour. Did you get above the 200 MA on the 1 hour? You did that. One would assume that you'll stay above the 1 hour 200 MA. But look at that double top right there. That doesn't look amazing. I'll be honest, it doesn't look awesome. It looks sketchy to me. And you're basically, you're drawing a Hail Mary on that trend line saying, hey, you got to bounce off that bottom trend line. You got to bounce sooner than later. If Radium loses 174, it's likely going to test 167 and maybe even lose the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame. If you're bullish, you cannot lose that yellow line on the 1 hour. And you got to get a bounce very soon. If I was in heavy liquidation and it would have to bounce here somewhere soon. If you start playing with this trend line and start to drop, you can get to 160. I go hard because I'm trying to recoup losses. No days off. You're not trying, you are. Stop using the word try. It's the worst word in the English language. You are recouping your losses. You're here every day. You're pushing yourself forward and you're making it happen. You're going to recoup your losses. You're going to make it happen. You are going to do it. Start speaking in affirmations every single time you talk about yourself. It's not what if, it's not when, it's yes, I will, I will, I will, I will, I will. You've got this. You can, you will. You are the best. You can do this. All right? You can do this. Trust that support of resistance on the 1 hour time frame and go from there. Everyone, I don't think anyone else should be trading anything different. That's the most, that's important right there. Let's take a look at Farcoin. Is it really headed the way? But look at Kita might actually continue to pump here. And my target for Kita is 32 cents. I don't know nothing about it. Someone just gave it to me and the TA looked good. I have no idea what the coin is. Yeah. I need alt season or a man's cooked. Omikami. Omikami, which is a $26 million market cap. It doesn't look too bad compared to the rest of the market, right? Somewhat more sideways. It's not like in a horrible downtrend. And you just got to see it break out of this tight consolidation at one point and start its next leg to the upside. It does look more bullish than bearish because it's got higher lows. It's in an uptrend. I would love to retest. The breakout on the retest of 4 cents would really be the key. Breaks out here and retest, bang, that would be your answer right there at basically about 5 cents. All right. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right. So it's been a crazy morning. We've seen some crazy price action for Bitcoin. Stay above that 200 MA on the daily is really all that matters for us to live and continue to pump here. And it's all about the 1 hour time frame inside this flag, right? Hold up. That was from this morning. So Trump speaks and everyone's like, well, we thought it was going to be, we thought he was going to say something better than that. I don't get too heady about it. I'm just like, all right. The first time a president spoke, it's a big deal. Like a president never spoke at the Digital Asset Summit ever, right? So we take it one step at a time. So this is the flag that I'm looking for a move to the upside. And I'm just really simply playing previous resistance as support on the SR flip there. We go below there, then I'm going to move on and say, okay, it didn't happen. We didn't hold the support and resistance. But we hold that, then, we head up to 90,000. Super chat, ALU, Kita, and Omikami. We looked at Kita and Omikami. Let's take a look at ALU, Altura. I hold Altura for a long time. I like Altura. You know why I like Altura? Because it's infrastructure. It's built on gaming infrastructure. It's not just a game that will be one thing. Like all the games can use it. Like it can help games create games, right? And so it's basically an infrastructure support system for the gaming industry. I always liked infrastructure because that means you don't have to have one coin win. If the whole industry wins, that infrastructure coin usually does pretty well, right? Instead of like, a Heroes of Mavia that has to have a win and its own individual prowess. But like besides, So what I like about Altura is if we do get a big move in gaming, I believe Altura will pump. Wow, we got it back to 16 cents too, and it double top there, only to make it all the way back down to 4. Triple fours. This is probably one of the greatest times to buy, but you got to do whatever makes you happy. And I wouldn't go after gaming coins on the low right now. Personally, if I didn't already own them, yeah, I think it's just too high risk at this point. I think there's better out there, but you do whatever makes you happy. That's me. I'm not a financial advisor, so I just give you my opinion, what I'm doing, right? That doesn't mean much to a lot of other people, so. Auction, bounce token on MEXC. I don't know what happened. Every once in a while, TradingView gets a glitch right there. See, it just like paused in motion. We'll reload it. Look, there's a shoulder, head, right shoulder there too. I don't know. I'd be pretty sketched out by price action right now on the lows. What was I about to look at? Was auction on MEXC, bounce token. Wow, this thing has been ripping, and it's funny. You know who's been putting this out lately is Token Metrics, right? They keep saying bounce, 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 and bounce has been bouncing. Bounce has ripped from 16 all the way to 46 since the 8th of March. Just out of control, ripping. To me now, I mean, you're catching the top, right? Like, it's a little high at this point, and it's already started to rip. I'd be taking profits right away. You're away from the 21-day moving average. That's going to come down. You got bearish divergence. So there's bearish div there. You're likely coming back down, and maybe we consolidate. You don't know exactly, but I would be out. I would be out. And wait for this to come back to the 21-day moving average. I'd even go to a bigger time frame like the 12-hour and see how far you are for the 21. Doesn't mean, you know, so something like this, but I would definitely be taking profits. You may continue, but it looks like you got to have some type of consolidation first. But auction getting a huge move and one of the big winners in the space. All right. Let's take a look at Solana, one of the premier coins in the space. Is it going to make it out of these doldrums, or is it going to continue to dump? Let's take a look at the weekly time frame and break it down. So, Sol. I'll even look at the 2-week chart. I mean, very oversold. No, I don't want that one now. Change it. Yeah, there we go. So, very oversold on the weekly. You know, it technically broke this low, which is, or got right to it, which to me is like challenging a trend analysis. Like, that's an uptrend that could be getting broken because that's your higher low. You break the higher low, then you have to assume you're in for a lower high. That's what we didn't want to see Bitcoin do, you know, per se. I never panicked, sold. They made it very, it went to $4 away from my buy-in, so it was pretty crazy that I didn't do that. They took me to the edge. They really did. They took me mentally and physically. Like, you have $100,000 in a coin at 109 and they bring it to 113 when you were up at basically 300,000 just like 2-3 weeks prior, about $200,000. Like, it's a way. That's definitely a way to play with your mind. And look how cool and calm I've been the last few weeks with my portfolio going up hundreds of thousands of dollars, back down, all around. You know, let's play the pump song for Layer Zero. Let's not and say we did. All right. Hey, so Solana, it really has to bounce here on a double bottom. If it doesn't bounce here, I don't see how it doesn't fall down to 50 or maybe even somewhere at that 91 area there where it has a little bit of consolidation. So I don't know, man. It's tough. But again, the fact that it didn't dump yet too, like I thought it would have dumped by now. The weekly's very oversold. The 3-day chart suggests it's going to get a bounce, but it's just barely holding that 200 MA. It's got to hold candle. It's got to close these candles above the 200 MA. Very, very important for it to crawl out of this hole. It ends up back in there. I see it could come at least back to the bottom of this channel at 106. So Solana's in some trouble. It's not looking great right now. It's got to show. The bulls have to show up, and they have to show up sooner than later. Bitcoin's struggling right now at 85,400, just really not getting the love today. You know, just waiting on that 1 hour time frame. I'll either get stopped out or I won't on those trades. And it almost looks kind of bearish now. Like, let's look at a bearish scenario for Bitcoin, just so I'm not overly bullish. I always like to see something, you know, see if I'm seeing something that's just not there. I mean, I still see the flag on the SR flip. Yeah, to me, it all makes sense. Bitcoin goes below 84,700. My trades get cut off. We lost the SR flip. And then there's a chance it is in some type of bear flag. And it heads to the, you know, this is the top channel, and it's going to head right here somewhere to, even if it's been a bull flag, it heads back down to 83,600. So there's a chance we drop back down here to, that's the bearish scenario for BTC. And the bullish scenario is that we stay inside the flag. So I don't know what's going to happen, friends. I just trade probabilities and I go from there. But right now, this suggests that, you know, we could still break out, but it's pretty sketchy. Up and down price action and not amazing. Again, we lose 84.6. We go to the bottom of the channel, somewhere here at about 83,600, right? BOOKMAP suggests we liquidate the longs above us. That's where most of the red is, up to 87,000. but only time will tell. This could be inducing the shorts right now just to get some fear going so they can rip the price back to the upside. Starting to get a bit of a bearish engulfing candle, though, on that 1 hour time frame. Not really what we're looking for BTC. So the last hour, ever since Trump opened his mouth, literally price action just you guys are spot on. I didn't think that was going to happen, but the second he opened his mouth, price action just began to dump. It's almost like people are like, oh, he's not even there in person. He's just recording or pre-recording live. You know, everyone's not happy with they want more from him. They feel like he hasn't done enough. And if he does one thing, they get pissed. Oh, that's not enough. Anyway, that, you know. That almost looks like an M pattern. See there? A double top, too. You double topped at resistance at 86,300. So Bitcoin somewhat struggling right now, to be honest, and not looking amazing. Could even roll over. Let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute looks bearish on the RSI, bearish on the stochastics RSI. And now you're almost fall into like a falling wedge here on the 15. And that may dump all the way right back down. There's an idea that this is like a shoulder, a head, and some right shoulders that will dump us down too. So Trump opened his mouth. Everything was going well. Almost like wish he wasn't even there, right? It was like, dang, the second he said something, the market took a beat down. I mean, maybe the market was going to hit a resistance anyway. The DXY looked like it was going to pump. See, that didn't look good. I didn't like to see the DXY. I bet the DXY is breaking through that resistance. Let's take a look right now. Yeah, see, if the DXY pushes through the 3-day 200 MA, that's not a great sign for Bitcoin, right? So bearish scenario is that we collapse here to the bottom of the channel. You see? And I started bullish, but it's not looking, we're not holding and maintaining the key levels that we're looking at. And this is Chop City too. 4 hour also looked bullish. We were getting that love, man. Everything was looking great. Wow, all the way back to 85,074. Bitcoin getting crushed right now. Dang. Now getting a bounce. There's going to be a volatile day today. I wouldn't be surprised if they wreck and rock the short. So you see me, I don't have a lot risked. I can't give back any of the gains I made yesterday. And it's all about the 1 hour losing support and resistance at the SR flip. Pretty simple to me. Like some days you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just say, I get stopped out if we lose support. I win if we hold support. It's that simple, like, right? Sammy Cup in Handy, love you, baby. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. It's all about the stock markets. Bitcoin can't pump without the TradFi. Yeah. He said it's not just Bitcoin, the SPY is dipping. Yeah, but we've had the bounce already too. Let's look at the S&P. That's not bad. It's not dipping that bad. That ain't bad at all. Yeah. Wow, Bitcoin lost the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame, and that's when I usually bail too. Like, no good. You can't lose the 200 MA on the smaller time frames. That usually tells you we're going down. And now the dumpage, man. Low volume Thursday, I expect it. And Thursday's not my favorite day to trade. I'll tell you that right now. I only trade, I guess I kind of traded news and some hype, but the chart looked all right. The chart looked like we could get a move to the upside, right? No more news, no more meetings, I know, right? If you attach your emotions to price, you're not trading the charts. You're becoming the chart. Amen. Yeah. He's 100% right. Now we're testing the support and resistance level. We lose that level, it's a wrap. We go down to the 200 MA here, and it just... Dang, man. That level has to hold now. Otherwise, the support and resistance does nil. And now the chart looks garbage. Like earlier today, we had somewhat of a flag. Now, I don't even know what that is. Like, that's just a mess. That's a mess. A mess, a mess, a mess. All right. Oh, bitty, bitty Bitcoin, man. Why can't you do what I want you to do every day, right? Let's get this bounce and make it nice. Induce these shorts. I don't know, look how messy price action is too. It's just a mess. And again, we always have to just extrapolate the data and look at it for what it is. We lose the daily 2 to May. I'm a bear again, everybody. As sad as it is, I turn into a bear. And I flip bearish immediately. So, Father Rubus, sell the news. Even a bull, pump a bull trap. Even dip a bear trap. The current market. Yeah. Sabby, this is the classic Wyckoff redistribution of the 4 hour. We're going down. Measured target 67K. You're so Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Y'all are funny, man. It's a classic Wyckoff on the 4 hour. Like, how long you been traded, man? Like, I mean, this is Wyckoff distribution up, down, all right, but usually you get the bounce back up off of this key level on the spring. So I don't know, right? I don't know, man. Know-it-alls are funny to me. I've been doing this for a long time, and I have no idea what Bitcoin's going to do. I have not a clue. Right? I say I know nothing but the fact of ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. I know that if we hold this support and resistance flip, we could get a bounce. I know that when we stay above the 200 MA, that we stay bullish. Like, all I know is data sets and data points and probabilities. I know nothing but the fact of ignorance, and I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. Bitcoin could go to 50K, Bitcoin go to 100K. I have no idea. I know if they continue to print money, that will continue to go up in value over time. I know that for sure. But besides that, I don't know anything else, man. And so anyone that comes in here saying, oh, this is exactly what's going to go on, you guys make me laugh, man. You know what I mean? Short term can have bounce, long term will crash. This is Sui. Yeah. Look at this guy. You're long in the resistance. You're talking to someone who's made multi-millions of dollars from zero. I've taken small amounts of money and turned it into millions of dollars, man. I'm a self-made multi-millionaire. You're telling me I'm long in resistance. Think about what you're saying. You're not making any sense. I love you, though. God bless you, man. May God give you a great life. Yeah. Yeah. You clearly don't understand risk management, or you wouldn't be losing thousands on a YouTuber's call who makes money consistently. I know, like, really, really crazy. People are absolutely insane. And honestly, watch. I'll show the win later on today. We'll be at 91.8, and I'll be like, look at the win. And I'm gonna be like, right now, you're trading support and resistance. Someone just said you long resistance. No, I didn't. We're long in support. Previous resistance becomes support right there. If you long that, you are longing support at $85,000. Like, right? I'm thinking about closing my long from 77,000. Yeah, I would have done that a long time ago. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would have done that when we hit the daily 200 MA. That would have been your first, because you can then get back in once, you know. Like when this ripped up and we got away for the 21, I would have closed the long. Because you know you're going to be able to get back in when you get back to the 21-day moving average. See? Once you understand how the 21 works, you'll be able to sell almost whenever you want. And because you know you'll be able to get back in when you touch the 21 again. And you'll know that it's 90% accurate, so it's very rare that you'll lose, right? Yeah. Don't argue with the pencil next, I know, right? You can't. Back to 85K, though, for Bitcoin. And we'll see. We will see what happens. I can't wait to kind of show the trade later on if it does end up pumping up to the upside. Man, I close on a house on the 31st of March. It's taken forever, 11 more days, and the house will be mine. Still, many longs at 81K. Long profit not taken. Let's go down to their liquidation. Shadows only exist when you shine a light on them. I like that. I like that. Okay, so there's still some action out here that has me looking. I want to look at Barachain and see if Barachain is worth swinging. Barra, baby, Barra. On MEXC. So remember, Barra came out, airdropped, got a huge pump up to 9, got the dump, but never went below the previous lows. Is it worth swing trading for the next few weeks? You never know. 4 hour looks interesting. The 1 hour is below the 200 MA. So look, I wouldn't touch this. I would draw this trend line though, and I'd watch it closely. See, I don't think this is bullish. I don't know what's going to happen. Like when I posted, someone say, oh, he said it's going up. Sam said it's going to 664. See, the average people don't understand how to interpret technical analysis. So when you give it to them, they actually don't even, they tell people what you said was wrong. They said, this is what he said is an analysis. It's not what I said. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. So this gets tighter, right? Guys, nobody knows what the S&P is about to do. You don't know it's going to drop like a rock. You have no clue. You have no idea what's going to happen in price action. Just say that to yourself, right? Yeah, we're moving to Tampa, man. Just, yeah, on the way to Tampa. Yeah. Tampa's just, near the airport. Just move it to Tampa. Yeah, we're going to rent this house out and move to Tampa. Yep. Sam, good thing you take 4th profit. Always pay the trader. Best thing I learned from you, pay the trader every single time. Pay the trader every single time. Pay the trader. All right. I believe 95% of what you say, Sam, the man, God bless you. You should believe 100% of what I know. But look, bearer chain bounces, gets above the 200 MA, then I might trade it. Like if it breaks out and retest, I would trade the retest right there. But only until it retests. So I could put an alert there and only trade the alert if it happens. See, that's the key. Reason why most people are losing trades is because they don't plan out their trades. They don't have any plan. They just go after whatever they see. Wow, back below 85,000 now. Man. Bitcoin struggling today, not looking amazing. And it was after a Fed day, low liquidation. Almost a day just to leave the market alone completely. All right. Did you like using the VWAP, Sam? No, I don't use VWAP. Yeah, I don't use it. Yeah. I know what I use, man. And just see what I do every single day, guys. Just stick to the script. I don't bounce around. Trump spoke, so you know what's going to happen. Yeah, dude, if you're really moving to Tampa, have me install your closets. Closet art. Amen. Yep. Account is growing again. Amen. POL update, please. Really? POL? Poll? Is that Polygon? One of the saddest projects of the game is Polygon, to be honest. Like, I mean, it's just like Bitcoin. I mean, shoulder, head, right shoulder. You got to pray that makes it right shoulder and gets on out of here. I hold some Polygon, but man, unfortunately. Will it ever come back if ETH comes back? Possibly. I don't know. Doesn't look amazing. I've been live for almost 3 years and I still know the fact of my own ignorance. Amen. Yeah. Trump spoke, so we know it's going to end all right. Dude, you really moving to Tampa? Yeah. You said before you don't trade Thursdays. I usually do not trade Thursdays. They are the worst days in the world. But I thought with the crypto summit, they got me excited. They did. They spiked my interest a little bit. All right. Let's take a look at ICP. One of the coins that looked like it was good to swing trade in the next few days. It was holding 580, 581. I got out of the swing trade. I got in, got out, got in, got out. Nothing happened. Like I didn't make any money. I didn't lose. I didn't win. It was just sideways. And I was like, I only like to risk when the probabilities are hot. If the probability is not high, then I sit on the sidelines. Like, see, my mentor taught me this. My mentor was like, dude, I got boatloads of cash. He goes, why would I trade when the market sucks? He goes, I'm only going to trade when there's good money in the market. He goes, Sam, stop trading the market. You know, the richer you get, the less you're going to trade. You're only going to trade awesome high probabilities. And then for everything else, you're going to kind of just, observe and go hard, right? Peel back the onion, everyone. The man is making moves with intention and purpose. Those with eyes, let them see. Masterful plan. Amen. Sam's collecting houses before the bear. Amen. Yep. How's the crypto changing the entire financial system and banking system, not pumping the heck out of it? I get it. Yeah, so ICP looks okay if it could bounce off this bottom trend line and sooner than later. Otherwise, it's going to drop to that 200 MA. All right, Bitcoin back at 85,100. 85 is a crucial area right now. We really got to stay above 85,000. Like you say 84.3, and we're probably likely going even lower. Super chats, pin link and layer 0. Let's take a look at 0, right? Which I think, I don't know. I forget which one was layer 0. Okay, it's actually layer 0. So let's take a look at layer 0 on Coinbase for US dollar. ZRO. Bullish, right? With the curvature to the upside there. And again, it was in like an ascending triangle. It broke out. Has a bigger measured move, says it could continue. That says it could go to $3.34. And yeah, that's where like the next big resistance area is, even a little lower, right about there at 320. So it looks like you'd have some resistance at 320. Ripping already though. And it's away from the 21-day moving average. So at this point, sorry. I mean, at this point, it looks like it would have to come back to the 21 or close or make a flag. I look for the smaller time frames like the 15-minute to flag out. Looks like it may continue here. This thing's ripping. And so, yeah, I would watch the 15-minute for a flag. And if that flag consolidates, yeah, you're going to $3.06. Continue to rip. Back at 85,200, Bitcoin getting the bounce. And I still got faith that we're going to win these trades today. I still got faith we're going to win these trades. Pinlink, please. Let's take a look. You know, Pinlink was super hot. Remember, it got pushed by Alex Becker, so it had a huge following pretty fast. Pinlink for wrapped ETH. $68 million market cap. Last time I looked at it was on January 19th, right? So we haven't, since the complete capitulation here in the crypto markets. You know, it had a really good team. It seemed to have a really good use case. People liked it. It was awesome. Had a good, so that hasn't changed. Just the price has changed. I'm not buying any, but it could be the time to buy. I'm buying Bitcoin, SWI, Ondo. You see what I'm saying? I'm not getting too crazy when it comes to, I'm not buying little coins on the low right now. I'll hold the coins that I already bought on the low like that, but I'm not buying more. Render, someone said Render Woo. I don't know what they're going on about Render for. I saw Render breaking out of this descending triangle, retesting. Looks like Render may head to 210 though. I don't know. Either that or it's at the absolute bottom and it never goes lower there. But man, altcoins got demolished. It's crazy, right? And now it's like, you know, if you're down unrealized, make the money back in trading futures. And then when the market rips again, so like if I'm down $250,000, I make that money trading futures. And then we're back to square one. And then when the market rips, we're good to go. And then I keep trading futures, right? So it's all about just continuing to move, man. You can't let your losses pull you down. You got to keep finding a way to win. You got to tell yourself you're the opportunity some way, somehow, and find a way to become that opportunity. Success is the person you become. You attract success into your life by the person you become. Understand? You attract success into your life by the person you become. Every thought that maybe Asia is driving the price down in reaction to Trump. I don't know. Yes and no. I don't know. I don't put too much thought into that. Because what will that do for you? Like, you'll sit there all day. Can you verify that? Are you behind closed doors? No. So what's the point? Just trade your trade, trade your charts, and do your thing. Like, there's nothing else you can do. All right. What do you think about Kadena? Expand that. I'm out of cash to trade futures. See, I've never said I was out of cash. I've never said that. My dad said that I was young. I was like 8 or 9. And my dad was like, I'll never go broke. My dad's like, I'd rob a bank before I didn't have $1 in my pocket. And my dad said that jokingly, but like, he basically was like, I'm never going to allow myself to say I don't have enough hustle to be broke. I just don't respect that. Like, you can go outside and, you know, right now, any one of you can find a way to make a gain. There is something out there. I would go to the local mall and ask to sweep. I would do whatever it took. I would walk around my town and say, hey, can I water your plants? I don't know. I would go until someone handed me $20. Like, I told you just yesterday, I had a $110,000 job and I was out shoveling snow to make extra money, man. I DoorDashed just 4 years ago because I just needed a bit of money to get through. Everyone right here can do Lyft. Lyft will rent you the car now for $330. They'll rent you the car. You don't even need a car anymore. You can sign up to Lyft. My buddy was doing it. He was at rock bottom and he could Lyft. He rented the car and did Lyft. There's no excuses to say you can't make a buck out here. All right? That's just ridiculous. Anyone that says they don't have enough money for futures trading just isn't come on, man. There's money flowing everywhere. Just get in the way of money 100%. Like, I will never say I can't get money, man. That's insane. Stop saying that to yourself. Like, I'm getting annoyed when I hear that because I'm like, wow, this person really is saying that they are powerless to make $100. Like, when people are like, I could never afford your trading group. It's $100 a month. I'm like, dang. If you're stressed about $100 a month, you're never going to become a multimillionaire. You think I stress about $100? No. Let's be real here. You think I stress about it? I don't stress money at all. I just keep working. If you work hard and you get a good work ethic, you'll never have to stress money because money flows to the people that work the hardest. So be one of the hardest working people and money will flow to you. These are simple concepts. Where is the money flowing in the world? To the people that work the hardest. So work your butt off. There's nothing else. Like, there's no other idea. That's it. That is it. Everyone's looking for a handout or some freebie. It doesn't work like that. There's no freebie. There's no handout. Nobody's coming to save you. You got to save yourself. period. I can help you. I can push you. I can give you ideas. I can save years off your life because I can say, hey, listen, I can save you years of pain because I can say, hey, listen, I was in those charts for years. I did all these things that you don't have to do anymore. Right? Hopefully they're just going to take out Monday's low at 84,748. Yeah. Yeah, can't, never did anything. Take the word out of your vocabulary, 100%. Can you check arrow on the 3-day chart, sir? Thank you. Yeah. I turned 50 into 100 in the last 2 days using 5 margin a play. Hey, there you go. Little by little, little by little, little by little. Everybody that grinds will be compensated for their grind. That's how the market works. You want more money? You got to grind harder. You want to get compensated more? You got to give more to the market. That's it. Like I was like, oh, how come I don't get paid enough? Because I haven't given enough value to the market. When I didn't know this, I couldn't teach people anything, right? If I couldn't teach, right now I can teach, so I hold attention. Because I hold attention, YouTube pays advertising dollars. Because I hold attention, I get sponsorships. Because I put in the education and did the work, I get compensated now for that time that I put in. But nobody wants to do the work. They want to get compensated without doing the work. I did this for years before anyone even recognized me or gave me a dime. I did this YouTube channel for 3 years straight. Nobody cared. Nobody said anything. Nobody offered me a sponsorship. Nobody said a word. Okay? One step at a time. Watching ZRO getting tight in that channel, I would watch that flag. If that flag stays tight, ZRO still has some movement to the upside. Nobody gave me a dime, everybody. You know, my dad didn't start my YouTube channel. My dad didn't know YouTube. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like anyone could have started the YouTube channel I did. Anyone could have joined the trading group I joined. Anyone could have put themselves, but they didn't want to work as hard as I did. I sacrificed everything. I don't hang out with the boys and go drinking. I don't have a bunch of friends that take me golfing every week. I grind. Don't you understand? I gave up all the comforts that all the people want that don't get where I'm at. They didn't want to give up those comforts. They were decided that they couldn't handle it. Come on, man. Bitcoin dumping so hard right now. So whack. And I probably got stopped out on the week's trade at this point. Yeah, both my trades got taken out. And I lose, man. I lose trades. You're going to lose. Look, we lost the daily 200 MA. That's no good now. Or we're about to lose it. We're going to bounce off of it. We cannot lose the daily 200 MA. We'll lose the daily 200 MA. This is a false move. It was a fake out. We've got to bounce off this yellow line today, sooner than later. If we lose this yellow line and we take out this whole thing, it's just, they faked us up just to dump us down again. It was just a fake out to crush us back to 65,000 or something. You know what I mean? We must be open-minded that anything is possible. We got to get this bounce on the daily 200 MA here. We got to get it sooner than later. Very important. On a super simple thing I do to use the cash back apps for purchases, I take that money and put it in investments. Simple but low amounts. But that'll be something to start with. Hey, anything is better than nothing, man. Anything is better than nothing. All right. I'll take you to play golf when in Florida. I'm here in Florida all the time. Real life gladiator kids. Yeah, money, not everything. It's more important aspects of life which you can't buy. People that say money isn't everything are usually broke. I'm sorry, man, but like, are you kidding me? Money, I could put my kids on a boat and take them to a private beach that nobody else gets to go to because I could afford the boat. Come on, man. Money makes things great. Like, yeah, people that hate money, that have a bad relationship with money, they say things like, money doesn't make it, you know. And again, I still think some of the greatest things are free. Let's be honest. I agree with that. But you can't say that money don't make things better, man. I'll be honest, I get in my jacuzzi and I have a beautiful view of the water because I paid for it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I would have a little house next to everybody else. I wouldn't be able to have any water views. So I'm sorry. When I wake up in the morning, the water views are really nice. They're worth the money. So get that whole broke mentality out of your mind. Money makes things good. Get a good relationship with money. Tell yourself that money is great. There's nothing wrong with money. See, mediocre and poor people have a bad relationship with money. And their friends and family tell them, oh, you don't want money. Money is the evil. I used to say all these things because I was in the same place. So I know this. I'm not talking from a place of non-experience. I used to have a horrible relationship with money. I thought only rich people that their daddy gave them money were rich. I thought there was no way a middle-class guy could get ahead. I just didn't believe that things were going to go well. I thought, you know what? It doesn't go that well for me. It's just going to go worse for me. Look, this is a bear flag on Render. Render looks like it could dump. Sadly, down to 120, 151. Altcoins don't look amazing. I'll tell you that right now. They're going to have to pull in a Hail Mary here and get above that key level 450 sooner than later. Bitcoin getting that bounce off the daily 2 to May. As long as it does that, we're going to be in okay shape. But we cannot. So treachery on a Thursday. And I was hitting so well every single time I put out a chart to hit, right? So everyone expected. There's no way Sam will lose. Sam can't lose. Sam can lose. I'm a human being, right? So remember that. I don't win every single trade. It would be impossible. That would mean I was 100%. My bot's 100%. I am not. You know, it's so funny. I put out my bot's results. This is how you know people are insane. Are you ready for this? I'm just going to teach you how insane people are. This is a real bot that I have, right? It made 17 wins, right? It didn't lose at all, right? And this is a real bot. 89, 90, right? And I just took I could have actually zoomed out. There was more. I just took a chunk. And just to show you, it takes 165, 107, 69. It's not greedy. It takes little chunks. I make bigger hits off these big moves, right? A lot of times. So the bots was 100% win, $4,000 it made with a 100% win rate, right? I mean, who wouldn't want 100%? Now look at the comments in here. They're insane, right? That's pretty amazing. Congrats, right? Come on, look, it sounds like a SEAM, right? Come on, Sam, right? Then go sell it to a hedge fund, this guy says. Like, these people are crazy, right? See how nuts they are? Most people don't believe in themselves, so they don't believe that you got anything good going for yourself. So you post something good, they don't believe it. It seems like you don't say which buy is funny, right? Leapfrog, right? What site that, though? Tell me more, right? Risking 10K to make 60, 80, smart. I think so. It's actually 100K. You don't even know what you're talking about. See, this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. Love it. Sam, are you there? Interesting. Sharing the bot. Yes, we will share the bot sooner than later. Show us your recent bot trades, right? Those are weeks old, is right. You know, people are strange, man. You could show them something that could help them and they will hate on you. They will hate on you. Look at Master Friend. Guess who got a blue check mark? Say something now. It's about time, man. You gotta get one, man. You gotta get one, man. Son, I invented it. You're funny, man. Picapito. Hey, we're getting the bounce. Looks like Bitcoin might get the bounce now off of the previous support of resistance. I told you we can't lose 84,750. We can't lose the daily 2 to May. We lose that, then I concede. And maybe I start opening up shorts. Look at Master Friend's feed. He's so funny, man. But follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm here every single day banging on them. Banging on them. All right. I seem to always pick up the losing trade you lose instead of the ones you win. Never give up is my motto. Richie Rich. Hey, I didn't lose the trade yet. Like, you know what I mean? The bigger one. So, right? Did BITUNIX get taken out? Okay, that one did get taken out. But you should be trading 10, 3 out of 10, 10 out of 10, right? Sam, we had exactly 1 hour dump from Trump. I know, right? It's so crazy. Yeah. Why wouldn't you sell it to a hedge fund? You guys are corny, man. Yeah. How can we set up a bot? Is info in the trading group? It will be eventually, yes. We will have that access. Just want to say thank you, Sam, from the Rolling Loud Show. The Rolly. God bless you, man. God bless you. Thank you. See, one of the only people to actually say thank you to me today. God bless you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody wants a piece of me, man. The exchanges want a piece of me. Everyone wants a piece of me. After a while, man, it's like crazy. But, that's why I stay with the good exchanges. Weeks, Maxi, BITUNIX. I sat down with these people, looked them dead in the face and said, you treat my lifers with gold or you out. You out. I ain't dealing with y'all. And that's how we said it, right? Let's take a look at Arrow on the 3-day chart. Somebody suggested Arrow on the 3-day. Altcoins do not look amazing. Bitcoin could get a big rip, and even the altcoins could get worse, right? Arrow on the USD pair here on Coinbase. I mean, it's double bottomed at this point on the 3-day chart, right? I don't know what else to tell you. It's like either done or it's going to bounce again. You know, coins are at the lowest prices they've ever been. And there's really no support. There's one right there, and right there is the only support we got. So either Arrow bounces off 51 or it doesn't. You know, there's nothing else to tell you there. It is what it is. You got oversold stochastic. You've made it all the way back to the bottoms again. It's just crazy. It looks like this thing just went up, down, up, down. It's kind of weird, man. The whole cycle is strange. Very unlike any other cycle I've ever had. It was basically just swing trade. It made me want to turn into a cutthroat swing trader and never care about a bull market again. And only cutthroatly swing trade because, like, what's the point? Like, why care? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does it matter? So I stopped, like, believing in coins a lot, man. They made me really not care about, you know, long-term holds as much. I'm going to become, because I thought about it. I said, like, right now, we could be buying the bottom for Aerodrone. But stupid, say I had 100 grand right now waiting. I could DC into Aerodrone at the bottom and then sell at the top. No, I'm going to wait. I'm waiting for it to come and bounce, and then I'm going to put 200 grand in the next big swing trade. I'm just going to make 100 racks and leave it. Maybe do that 3 times, make $250,000 and never have to hold the coin long term. I realized that I became a swing trader, man, and I'm done holding things long term, except for Bitcoin and really big stuff. Besides that, I'm swing trading everything else. Yeah, check out the ton. Looks good. And hope, yeah, we looked at that already. We talked about it. I'm in a trade on it right now. And we went over it yesterday. I opened up a leverage trade on it. Yeah. But it's even now back down to where it was. Like, it doesn't look amazing. Ton just bounced off the divergence, showing signs of life, but, you know, it's still below the 3-day 200 MA. Is it above the daily 200 MA? Not even close yet either. And, like, these are, like, broadening fallen wedges or, you know, say you'll make it back to the top of the channel. Ton also has resistance here that it needs to break back above. And if Bitcoin tanks, it'll take everything down. Look for Ton to make shoulder somehow right, a shoulder kind of head, right shoulder there. And it's almost got some bearish divvy too. You could say, okay, I like this flag that we put out and then it broke out, but then I don't know. I'm getting a lot of mixed signals. Things don't look amazing. Ton's kind of in an upward trending flag though. The 2-hour looked good, right? The 2-hour was the 2-hour was above the 200 MA and it was in this flag. So Kasich looked like it could break out. Yeah, Ton still looks like it could pump up to 474. I'm still in the trade, so we'll see. About to lose the 200 of the daily and the 20 want to cross down. Wow, Sam. I know, right? They faked it. They faked the pump and dump. But it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, they dumped this puppy, man. So weird, right? Now, look, you're losing support. You just lost the support at 84,750. That's a wrap for me. Then you'll lose the 1-hour 200 MA and it'll be over. And you got to be able to handle the pain, the ups and downs of price action. Look at this. I mean, what is this? Like, what is that? Like, what is that? Like, last few days, they did pretty good. Like, they gave us, you know, inverted head and shoulder. They gave us a beautiful flag on that 5 that played out. Funny how we turned this into a beautiful move, right? Yesterday and the day before. And Bitcoin is struggling, man. Yeah, and I lost, what, $400 or $500 on those 2 trades together. I think maybe even $300. So it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, you just lost the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. You probably lost the 200 MA in the 1 minute. That's when I tell you it's a wrap. When you lose the 1 minute 200 MA, you short the market. Short the market on the 1 minute 200 MA. When you get above it, long the market. It's the constant game that they play every single time here. And usually there's a bounce, like they'll bring it away from the 200 MA. But yeah, I mean, they just, wow, they got it up, above, they pumped it, rejected it, lost the 200, swung it. Yeah, you can't even make a pattern out of it. I don't even know what, it's a mess. It's a mess. Looking like we might make a right shoulder. Everything was kind of going in our favor. So now we got to slip bearishly. Let's kind of take a look at the daily time frame. The daily cannot lose that 200 MA. We've got to bounce. We've got to bounce there. We have to bounce there. We close the daily candle below that 200 MA and we take this whole candle down. Every single pump, they take it away. Lately, it's been the toughest market to trade. Yeah, who's that? Who's that? 84,574 for BTC, right? Man. Bounce, baby, bounce. So I'm out of all trades. I'll probably even just take the day off from trading, honestly, man. Like, man, what a mess. The resistance at 84.7, about what you were talking about, broke like nothing. I know, it's so whack. It didn't even bounce. That wasn't resistance, it was support, my friend. I mean, it didn't break yet. You're completely wrong. People speak, but you don't know what you're talking about. It's kind of strange. Why do people speak and they don't have no idea what they're talking about? Like, you're still on the support right now. Like, technically, you should long support. And we did get a bounce just now. They don't take it away so much as the fake to begin with. Yeah. Pinball. Now you feel my pain, bro. This cycle was crazy. 5 years believing in crypto, only from my diamond hands not being rewarded. Should have swung everything since I started crypto. 100%, man. Yeah. Sam's having a bad... I'm not having a bad day. Why would you say I'm having a bad day? I'm having one of the best days of my life. Yesterday I made so much money. I'm having one of the best days of my life. I'm super excited. My friend's here. I haven't seen him in like... One of my friends that I met 20 years ago is in Sarasota. We're going to watch the St. John's game tonight. I'm actually super happy, man. I've never been... You don't know me, man. You guys don't know me. You don't know when I'm having a bad day. When you're having a bad day, you'll know. Ash, I don't have bad days. I really don't. I'm a multimillionaire living his dreams, man. I can't have a bad day. It doesn't work. I have bad maybe for 20 minutes. I might be getting annoyed. I'm a human being, but I don't have bad days, man. I really don't. Every night I go to bed grateful, and every day I go to bed, I wake up grateful. Yeah. Trying to cover up XRP supply, but increasing and getting suppressed. Yeah. Exactly. Monthly open 84.5 retest. Hopium was high yesterday. It was too, man. Dang, man. They're going to crush our hopes and dreams here on the daily. Second that lose the 200 MA, that's going to be no go. Every time we break above the 200 MA, it's a huge pump. See, look, the last time we did it right there, so we could have that. It could have been that. That's why you have to take the shot. You get it? It's okay to get hit off there because it's one of the greatest moves ever if it continues. Both times we crossed the 200 MA there, we got a huge pump once, a huge pump twice. There was nothing they played with us. There was nothing they played with us. But in general, you do get a nice pump to the upside. They're flushing these shorts hard now. And usually I don't like to sell a red candle, so man. Usually a bounce. There's usually a bounce. And then you can kind of reassess. And some days your brain just says enough is enough. Like, you're a human, you've traded enough. You might just say, hey, you know what? I'm walking away for a couple days. I'm gonna let my brain rest. I'm not saying I can do that. I can. I'm an analyst, but you can, right? Hey, there's the 200 MA on the 15-minute time frame. That could hold us down. We could bounce off that. So we lose the 200 MA in the 15, it's a wrap. But if we bounce, there's a chance. Still a chance we get a bounce here. It's not all bad. Don't let your emotions take over and just let price action do its thing. Okay. Yeah, Trump spoke. He didn't say a word. It was like it was a pre-recorded thing of, oh, how great it's going to blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. And that was it. It wasn't that amazing, honestly. Yeah. Liquidity grab. Yeah. Just try to grab all those stop losses before they load up. And BOOKMAP didn't even have much red below us. Let's take a look. Now they opened up down to 84,000. You see? Now we got some stop losses there that could get liquidated. 333 right there. 335. That wasn't him. So now people are convinced that that wasn't Trump. It was some type of like, they think it was a deep fake or something. I don't know, man. People are nuts. You people are, as my stream gets bigger, we have like almost 3,000 people here. I used to have like, 1,800 sane lifers with me. Now I realize we're getting just whoever clicks on the internet, right? So we got some crazy stuff going on in this live stream lately, last few days. Insanity. I had high hopes for Trump, but he's totally, you guys are funny, man. 333, but it's all right. We'll get them next time. Amen. For I need to reset on its 21. Yeah. Shout out to Staz, man. You're so funny, man. God bless you, Staz. What sure wasn't clear all along before Trump talking? I guess not. Just to sell. The 15-minute can't lose the 200 MA. The daily can't lose the 200 MA. Very, very tough time right now. We got to get a bounce here. All right. What Trump said was extremely positive. 100%. Yeah. 15-minute massive inverse head and shoulders with a 200 MA bounce. Yeah, I mean, massive inverted inverse on the 15-minute massive inverse. You think this one here? You think this is a shoulder ahead or right shoulder? I don't know, man. I don't know. 15-minute could definitely bounce off the 200 MA, though. I've seen it happen many times. If it loses this, we're dumping hard, though. You go, this candle goes below this, we're dumping really hard. All right. Exactly. Liquidity grab loading up. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. Bang. Still no lower low on the 4-hour time frame. Agreed. I'm with you on that. The macro's okay. I'm not saying the macro is bad. I'm just telling you what has to happen today, right now. Look, I mean, it's just, they keep flushing the freaking longs, though, man. They got a bunch of people. They got retail the long that freaking summit, man. And now they're still going to shred them. Yeah. I don't know what everyone else is doing at the moment, but I'm loading up. I buy alongside the stop losses. Let's go. On a Thursday, low volume, you might not get the punch back, though. See, that works at the right time, not every time. We got to bounce here, man. Put in a tweezer bottom on the 15-minute right here, right now. Come on, baby. It's trying to do it. It's attempting to do it. I know exactly what happened for sure. I'll bet $1,000. I know, right? This is where you long now. Not on a Thursday, man. Thursdays, you don't get the bounce like you're supposed to. It's a messy day. It's low volume. See, if you trade like me, then you'll trade precise days where the volume reacts like pretty much spot on. And you'll get used to that. And if you get used to like efficient markets, then you won't want to trade Thursdays at all. Like, because they'll just make you sick. Fridays too, you know. Every once in a while, you'll get a huge pump out of nowhere. And things will happen. But for the most part, no. It's not going to go. It's not going to happen, right? So we got to get a bounce here. We got to get a bounce here on this 15-minute. Like, this has to bounce. 84,500 psychological area. We must get a bounce to remain bullish. All right. Could you take a look at MSTZ Trex ETF stock? Thanks, brother. I'm out of here, man. It's 12:16. It's a little late. I'll take a look at it one last time and then I'm done. MSTZ ETF T-Rex. All right. Now, I don't know, you like to buy the bottom or something? This thing is bottomed. Like, it's the lowest I've ever seen it. It looks just like the coin we just looked at. It looks like radium. Right? I mean, if you believe in the bottom, so be it. You'd have to really know the fundamentals of this company and believe that they were a strong company. If you don't know the fundamentals, I would leave this thing alone. It could be, you know, it could just be bankrupt city and about to get delisted. It looks like trash. I'll be honest. It looks like trash. It's very oversold in the 2-hour time frame. It's very oversold in the daily. You would expect a bounce, but the last time it just was pretty lackluster up to 29. If anything, you see would get at least back to the top of this range at maybe 19. I don't know, man. That thing's beat to the ground, bro. Like, it looks like a rug pull. Like, look at that. It looks like a rug pull. I don't buy the bottom. I like things that have actually stayed course and show support. You know what I mean? Like, buying the bottom's not a good look at all. Bitcoin continuing to not get a bounce here and just get obliterated. So it looks like we may be going lower throughout the day for BTC. All right. And I'll post throughout the day, and if I see a short, we'll take it. If so be. I just usually don't trade Thursdays after 12 o'clock. It's very unlikely for me to trade. I wanted to see that 1 hour make a flag and continue to pump, and I front run it, and it was looking pretty nice. Like, it was looking like we were going to get a right shoulder. See, I saw a right shoulder getting made there. I was projecting the right shoulder. We had a shoulder there, way ahead, and I was projecting the right shoulder. Just nice little. I thought it was going to take 5 to 6 hours consolidation, and then we were going to break out later today. But again, it didn't play out as well, right? We lost the trend line. When you lose a trend line, when you lose the 200 MA on the 1 minute, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So we got to get a bounce off this key level. I've said it many times. We got to get a bounce off the daily 200 MA, and I'll stick to that. We don't get that bounce, it's bad news. All right. I'm going to jump on out of here for the day, everybody, on that last idea. All right. And I apologize. I wasn't able to make you the gains today. I couldn't do it. I wasn't Sammy Gaines. And you saw me pull off a trade at the beginning of the stream. So I did make some gains. And I did give you some moves at the beginning of the stream. And I made some gains today. I gave back. I basically broke even on BITUNIX because I made two trades for 200. Then I lost. I lost on weeks too. But I took $600 on XE. So we'll go from there. All right. And can 84.5 hold? Can Bitcoin bounce off the daily 200 MA? Really, delete everything. I delete everything and just watch this daily yellow line. If we can hold the yellow line today, could remain bullish. If we lose the yellow line today, the bears are in control. That's what it's all about. Let me show you one last time. It's all about this yellow line on the daily. The 200 MA on the daily. We can hold it. We can bounce. We lose it. We can drop. And this is like a bull trap, I guess, you know? So... Thank you for the 954 likes. Everyone's get to 1,000 likes. I'd greatly appreciate it. May God bless each and every one of you. And remember, I'm going to go to Dubai in April. We got a lot going on. Dubai, then we got Las Vegas in May. Man, we got a lot coming our way. So let's go. St. John's tonight, 9:45 p.m. against Omaha. Let's go, St. John's. Let's go. Rick Pitino, make him happy, boys. Let's bring home the chip. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful, amazing live stream. Stay positive. Stay awesome. Believe in yourselves. Be there for your kids and your wife. Or if you're a woman, be there for your husband and your kids. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for giving me your most precious time. And a nothing burger again on this Crypto Summit. Looks like the daily is losing the 200 MA now. As we speak, it's getting bloody out here. They're really pushing it. So, Sam, your voice makes me sorry for never chatting. I don't know what that means. May God bless everybody, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for a great live stream. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You got to start somewhere. Everybody did.